Sex photos, extortion, and underage female victims. New at 6 tonight, a warning from the U.S. Attorney for parents and teens alike.
Yeah, as News Channel 5's Nick Barris tells us, there is now a growing investigation into an accused child pornographer charged in an extortion scheme that targets young girls.
The U.S. Attorney here says this is a case involving deception, the accused gaining the trust of teenagers and then forcing them to do something they don't want to do. And as is so often the case these days, it all began here, online.
We're always looking into these type crimes.
Rutherford County Sheriff Robert Arnold says his office took a tip. A man pretending to be a 14-year-old boy connecting with young girls using online names like Kenny, Mr. Stang 76, and Ollie J 2222.
You have predators out here that will take advantage of small children in general, even teenagers.
The investigation grew beyond state lines, and this past week a grand jury indicted 20-year-old Kendall Carter. He's accused of convincing the young girls to share revealing photographs of themselves, but that, according to the U.S. Attorney, was only the beginning of his scheme. He says Carter then threatened to send those images of the victims to their school, friends, families, and/or pornographic websites unless the victims created and sent him images of themselves nude or engaging in sexually explicit conduct. The sad fact is that some of the terrified victims actually complied and sent the graphic photos.
It's pretty low down to start trying to manipulate people's children.
No one answered at Carter's home in Milton in rural Rutherford County. It's believed that investigators have confiscated hard drives and computer files and are reviewing that evidence for other leads. Tonight, the investigation is expanding. The U.S. Attorney working with the sheriff, the TBI, and Homeland Security, checking to see if there are any accomplices and trying to track down any more victims. In Nashville, Nick Barris, News Channel 5.
All right, Nick, now the U.S. Attorney believes that there very well may be several more victims out there who just have not yet come forward. He hopes after they see this story, they do now. If convicted, Carter faces up to life in prison and more than $250,000 in fines.